Um, hey world, it's being will come back to another video. God, I want to bring this video here. It's going to be a political, economical, and social video all wrapped in one, because the outcome of certain events is going to affect all three areas simultaneously, okay? Guys, I titled the video 3 predictions that I feel will happen once Trump is reelected. And you have to know he's going to be reelected, man. Just look at who he's going to be going up against, all right? And with that said, we know that this is going to be the same type of situation in the last election. But the predictions that will happen as a result of this has already, kind of been discussed by the elites. And I hate to call them elites, those in power. And like I say, everything is cyclical. History always repeats itself. And when you have a certain platform, when you have a certain agenda, you don't sway from that agenda, okay? And that's why I feel the agenda is always and always will be global. There's not one country that's not in the know or have any type of political power, and those that you see on the television in positions of power are the ones I'm referring to. Everything is global, straight globalization. So when you look at the atmosphere in America right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of tension, okay? And this tension is premeditated. It's something that already was in the script. Trump was the Trump card. It's not an accident that, there's been so much rhetoric about race and animosity about race and they do it on purpose. I mean, if you just look at what Trump said about the, what's her name? Ilhan Omar, the Muslim Congress lady from, I think she's from Somalia. And, or Ethiopia, one of them, I know she's African. And, he's stoking that fire. You dig? So he wants to get the Muslims and the traditional nationalists at each other. Of course, we always in the mix with something because we are always going to attach ourselves to something. When I say us, I'm referring to melanated people because we don't even understand that we're a nation within a nation, but no nation can survive without the numbers. No nation can survive without political, social, and economical power. And we don't have that. And it's unfortunate, but it's planned and it's been that way. Like I told you before, POWs don't have rights. They got privileges, okay? And then, of course, when you have all the other, ones that flip the side, I would equate it to when the 13 colonies came over, 13 colonizers came over, and you had the loyalists, right? And then you had the ones that were willing to, kind of break away from from England, right? And those that were still loyal to the king and queen in England, they kind of like, wait, we just over here colonizing. I don't want to break away. That was the perception, but of course we know that never happened. But I digress. So all of this is happening for a reason, okay? All this, Trump, kind of having his own base and his base being predominantly Caucasians. Come on, man, that's not by accident, all right? And so when he does become elected, one of the predictions I see, and it's unfortunate, but there's going to be a lot more racial tension in America, okay? Because those in power, they need this. They need to divide and conquer. So it's going to be that's why they're stoking these fires about. That's why if you notice, the other day they had a Emmett Till situation where there's new evidence about Emmett Till. Why bring that up if you're not trying to stoke fires? Emmett Till, really? And so now you have that aspect of it. So, sorry. So the first, excuse me, guys. So the first prediction is, and you guys probably around America, you kind of feeling it. If you're watching the television, you seeing the rhetoric. It's gonna be higher racial tension. Those that see what's going on and understand there's no such thing as that stuff, we already see it out. We're gonna be on the sideline watching and just trying to enlighten and tell people don't fall for it. But it's definitely out there, okay? Second prediction, guys, is going to be military conflicts. Like I say, you got to follow the script. Every president has been in some form of military international conflict. Well, we have to go over there and take somebody's land or take somebody's resources. Well, Trump has to stay in office for that to happen. And who do we have right now? Venezuela and Syria. All right? It's not an accident that the United States and Trump identifies Guaido, whatever his name, the guy that's in Venezuela saying he's the president, wasn't voted in as president. The president in Venezuela is Maduro, President Maduro. That's who Chavez is. He was Chavez's predecessor, okay? And the people voted for him. The problem in Venezuela ain't political. The problem in Venezuela is economical. Chavez and his financial economic advisors just didn't do a good enough job of diversifying all the capital, all the money they had coming in with all that oil, because Venezuela is a very, very oil-rich country. So that could be rectified. So why put all these sanctions on them and not let them live? They put all their eggs in one basket with oil. Now they know not to do that. And if they do it again, then we know it's a coup. We know it's a conspiracy. So give that country a chance. We shouldn't be involved in that country. That's a sovereign country, right? So we're going to go into Venezuela. Of course, going to Syria, all right? And that's going to be the second prediction. There's going to be some type of military conflict when Trump goes to office. Well, when he's reelected, all right? And then, of course, thirdly, when there's wars, conflict, there's going to be problems domestically. And what I mean by domestically, I mean economically. If you already look right now, the housing market is in a bubble. Interest rates are going up. Federal Reserve's raising interest rates. The price of homes, have kind of been stagnant. And the price of homes being bought has decreased. So you look at the fact that between 7 and 9 million people are 3 months in arrears in an automobile loan. That ain't good, okay? And so it's like a domino effect. And since I'm seeing all the signs out there, the market capitalization, the GDP in America is overvalued, well over 120. So we know that means the stock market is overvalued. So you got the stock market, you got the housing market, you have geopolitical conflicts all right now. And so it's going to spill into 2020, to the next election, to the next presidential term. Like I say, this has been the longest boom market ever. So something has to happen. And remember, those in the know, we know the Federal Reserve and those that are, pushing buttons. This has to happen. That's the way the system was set up in 1912 when they brought in the Federal Reserve or the central bank. It is cyclical. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and that's how they make their money. And we have 90% of the world's population don't know this, then it's a cash cow, okay? So let me reiterate. 3 predictions, guys. The first prediction, there's going to be more racial unrest, more domestic unrest, okay? 2, military conflicts with maybe Syria and Venezuela, all right? And then 3, there's going to be an economic crash in America, okay? And they're going to start with the housing market, then it's going to trickle over into the stock market. And one way you can protect yourself, family, is making sure that you paying yourself first, building up that emergency fund, okay? Most people are advocates of gold and silver. I'm not, because if something hit the fan, I can't go spend gold. Or what if somebody don't want to buy my gold? So I need something that's going to be liquid. I need more liquidity. And so, but those who have more trust in gold and silver, do you? You did? But I would definitely make sure that you utilize U.S. Treasuries to protect your principal, to make sure you don't lose your money. And I would definitely make sure that you get that money out of just savings accounts and put them in CDs and money markets, all right? And definitely look into IRAs, where you're just stacking your cash and wait till this crash happens. And when the crash happens, it's going to be a lovely day for those that's in the know, and it's going to be a horrific day for those that didn't know, okay? So, guys, I just want to come back with a quick video. Make sure you push the like button or dislike button to your preference. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High and Saudi bring you joy and being well is out of 5,000.